Welcome to Sarah Lottie's. For today's core workout, all you'll need is a set of light dumbbells, but you can also do this workout without it. So let's get started. We'll tuck those dumbbells just off to the side. We're going to start with our legs extended, feet hip-width distance apart. We can move the smush from our tush, just finding those sit bones here. Start to prep the spine here. So we'll find an inhale, draw those hands up nice and parallel here to your shoulders. Slight tuck of the chin, and then find a C curve here. Rolling back just about halfway for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. And then exhale to come up nice and slow for 3, for 2. Nice straight spine, and 1. Beauty. All right, let's find that C curve here one more time. Finding that beautiful flexion of the spine, slight tuck to that chin, and then find that inhale. Let's extend. Woo. All right, this time we're going to roll it all the way down nice and slow for 3, for 2, and for 1. Those hands can come up overhead, and then those feet can come just in line with your hips, nice and flat on the mat. All right, we're going to warm up those shoulders just a titch, and then we'll get right into the core. So we can find just those hands sweeping side by side, finding a little shoulder rotation, alternate hand, just one by one, making some little windmills, starting to wake up that shoulder. All right, we're going to hold those fingertips up overhead in 3, in 2, and 1. Both fingertips up overhead. Find a nice big inhale. Fingertips come right behind your head. Find an exhale. Palms flip, sweeping along the ground next to your side. They come by your hips. Inhale, hands come up nice and high overhead. And then exhale, those palms circle around, finding that beautiful rotation of the shoulder, pressing firmly that spine into the mat. Feeling that core start to activate. Let's bring those fingertips up in 3, in 2, and 1. Slight tuck of the chin. Let's roll it up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Tuck of the chin. Find that rounding the spine. Come back for 3, for 2, and 1. Hands sweep, and sweep. Hands up to center. Tuck the chin. Exhale. Slowly come up for 3, for 2, and 1. Nice straight spine. Tuck of the chin. Curve down. Come down slow for 3, for 2, and 1. Sweep those arms, fingertips up overhead, tuck of the chin, exhale, round the spine, come up for 3, for 2, and for 1. All right, we can grab those dumbbells once again. Feel free to do this workout without those dumbbells. We will find a few different variations throughout. So for here, we're going to find that C curve of the spine. One more time, weights can just be at your chest, knuckle to knuckle. We're going to exhale, draw those left toes into tabletop. Right toes come up into the tabletop to meet. Now, at any point, those hands can come down and rest on the mat. Otherwise, that extra advancement, you've got the weights. Find some alternate toe taps, left toes down, exhale up, right toes come down, and exhale up. It's a down and up, exhale down, inhale up. Whoo, beauty. All right. Now that we found a little bit of stability here in our pelvis, shoulders roll down the back, we're finding that core supporting us and keeping that C curve the entire time. Let's hold those toes up in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold those toes up. We're going to open the arms up and then find that tree hugger, keeping that rounding of the spine. Open up, nice flat back, tuck of the chin, round that spine. Open up, and then tuck your chin, round your spine, knuckles coming in. Open up, nice straight spine, tuck of the chin, finding that rounding. Let's sit up with that straight spine in 3, in 2. We're going to sit up in that straight spine, and 1. Let's bring those arms in, and we're just going to hinge back an inch, and up. Little back, little up, finding that deep core. Little back, little up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. All right, let's keep those toes down. Find a nice rounding of the spine, little stretch here. We're going to come back to that C curve, and then you can grip onto those weights, palm over palm. Toes come up into that tabletop on an exhale. Start with the elbows nice and wide. We'll just find a twist leading with that left elbow over to the left side. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, rotate to that right side. Inhale, come to center. One more just like that. Left side, leading with that left elbow. Gaze follows the elbow. Inhale to center. Exhale, leading with that right elbow. Gaze follows those weights. This time we can add on. You can extend those toes out on the right side. Inhale, draw back in. And then exhale, rotating to that right side. Left toes come out. Just finding those nice rotations here. Little side to side. We are going to hold those legs over to that left side in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's hold it over here. 2 sets of pulses. We're rotating with that left elbow, rotating over an inch and back, keeping that pelvis nice and steady, rotating here from the torso for 3, for 2, and for 1. Keep it over here. We're going to focus on those right toes, little up an inch, little down, little pulses here. You've got 4. You've got 3. For 2, same thing on the other side, and 1. Inhale, coming through center, rotating over to this right side, keeping those right toes up in that tabletop position. Little pulses, that right elbow coming over to that side. You've got 4. You've got 3. We're holding in 2. And 1. Let's hold it up an inch and down in those left toes. You've got 4. For 3, stay steady. You have 2. And 1. Inhale, come through center. And then round yourself over. We're going to lie back down onto our back. So slowly find that C curve again. And we're going to find those weights up and overhead. Exhale, those toes can come up and toes come up to meet. So soft nod of the chin. We're going to lift the shoulders up and off the mat. And then we're going to find those legs to a 45-degree angle. Now, those toes come up. We're finding that lower lift. And toes come back down. Being mindful that we're not rocking that pelvis. It stays rooted onto the mat. Coming down and drawing back up. Beauty. All right, we can add on here. Each time that you lower those toes, you can draw those dumbbells down and exhale, press, come back up using your entire abdominal corridor here. So you have got those transverse abdominals, that deep core stabilizing your pelvis the entire time. We're also starting to wake up those obliques by bringing those arms in, finding that stability. Rectus abdominals, that entire corridor that runs north to south in your abs is working here as well. All right, let's hold those fingertips up to toes in 3, in 2, fingertips to toes, and 1, fingertips up to toes. We're going to find some little toe reaches here, reaching fingertips to toes, sharp point of the toes. Woo, feeling that core really, really light up here. You're here for 5, for 4, pause, hold in 3, in 2, and 1, pause, hold, punch it up with that right side back to center, punch the left back to center. Shoulders stay lifted here, and we're reaching, using those abdominals, using the obliques, punching from side to side, keeping hips nice and steady. Woo! Let's hold it over to that left side in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it over to that left side. Right toes can come down, left hand can come up and meet, and we're going to find little pulses here, reaching up to that left side for 5. For 4, we'll switch legs in 3, in 2, and 1. Leg comes up. Let's rotate over to that right side. Left toes come down, and we're pressing up, finding that toe tap here just on that right side. You have 4. You have 3. Keep those legs straight if you can for 2, and 1. Knees come in, and give yourself a nice little stretch here. That feels so good. We're going to keep lying down here, and then you can find that weight just pressing into your knee. Palm makes contact here with your knee, and then we're going to draw those right hands up to tabletop. We'll find an extension of the right toes, and then that right hand comes up as well. Now we're going to find a little lift here of the shoulders, and we're going to extend out straight arm and straight leg and back to center, finding that equal pressure on the left side. So again, working those obliques on both sides. 1 is in motion and 1 is in an isometric hold. Woo! Let's hold those fingertips and toes up in 5, in 4, fingertips and toes up in 3, in 2, and 1, fingertips and toes are up. Now we're going to find a little shoulder press, bringing that knee in and back up to tabletop shoulder press and back up, just changing that angle here. Knee comes down and back up for 3. You've got 2 and 1. Good. Let's hold it up at the top, and then we're going to find some more extensions here. So as that leg extends out, you're going to draw, bend the elbow in, extend fingertips and toes, bend elbow and knee together, keeping those shoulders raised the entire time. Woo, what a fierce core workout here. Let's hold elbow to knee in 3, in 2, and 1. Elbow to knee comes in, and little crunches with your torso. You've got 5. You've got 4. Keep those toes pointed for 3, for 2, and for 1. Rest your head down. Give your hips a little bit of a shake. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Right hand is going to come to your right knee, and you can draw those left toes up nice and high to the sky. That weight comes up nice and high to the sky in your left hand. And we'll just start here by lifting, bending. Actually, no bending, just full extension here. Those fingertips and toes. Had a little cramp there on my right side. All right, so making sure here that the right leg stays in that tabletop position, equal pressure hand and your knee all together. Let's hold those toes and fingertips in 3, in 2, and 1. Those toes and fingertips are up here, and we're just finding a little bend and an extend. Knee and elbow down and up, making sure that those shoulders stay peeled up and your chin is slightly tucked like you're holding onto an orange. Let's hold those fingers and toes up in 3, in 2, and 1. Fingertips and toes are up. We're going to extend out and finding that bicycle. Extend out, knee to elbow. Woo! So fierce. Should be feeling that right side as well in that isometric hold. Knee is pressing back on that hand and onto the weight. We're going to hold it in 3. We'll find those pulses in 2 and 1. Let's hold it in. You've got that arm at 90, little pulses of the torso up an inch and down. You've got 5. You've got 4. Let's hold on to it for 3, for 2, and for 1. A big stretch up and overhead. Those weights can come down by your side. Left knee comes in, right knee comes in. Give yourself a nice big hug. Little roll up once, roll back. Woo, and we can roll up again. Oh my goodness, so good, my friends. We're going to find ourselves in a cross-legged position coming into a tabletop here. And let's get a little bit more core action going here as well. We can pop ourselves into a plank. Those left toes extend, right toes extend here as well. We're going to hold onto our plank position here. A 30-second plank hold. So rolling those shoulders down your back. If you ever need to drop to your knees, feel free to do that at any time. Woo! All right, my friends, couple more seconds to go. We're in that final less than 10 seconds. So you've got 3, you've got 2, and 1 left. Elbow comes down, right elbow comes down. We're going to find a little side plank here on the blade edges of your feet. Lift, and then find a nice tuck. Thread the needle under, and then lift those fingertips up nice and high. Tuck, thread the needle, and lift nice and high. Tuck, thread the needle. It's a rounding of the spine, really squeezing both those internal and external obliques. We're going to hold it up high in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's hold it up nice and high to the sky. Good. And little pulses, little up an inch, little down leading from the hips, little up, little down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. That weight can come down. We have another side. Let's transfer over. The weight is on this left side. Right hand comes up nice and high and find that nice tight pike and tuck and back up. Lifting those hips, rounding that spine and lifting, staying nice and strong in that left shoulder girdle. We're finding that tuck as we twist and a lift of the hips. Let's hold it up high here in 5. Hold it up high in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1 up high. Little up an inch, little down. You've got 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Hand can come down. Woo, and we are almost done here, my friends. Quick little challenge. We're going to tuck the toes coming into your tabletop position and lifting up. Left toes extend out, right toes extend out, right toes in, left toes in, right out, left in, right in. So moving nice and slow, being mindful that we're not moving those hips from side to side. We're doing so by really deeply engaging that core. All right, let's hold those knees hovering in 3, in 2, and 1. Those knees are hovering in. Tap down and up. Little tap down, little up. Woo, you've got 5. Squeeze that core under your navel. You've got 4. Shoulders away from your ears for 3, for 2, and 1. Good job. We can stretch it out. Knees out nice and wide to the side. And then those fingertips can come forward. We'll find a nice rounding of our spine. Slight tuck of the chin. And really pressing back here. Can rotate hips from side to side. And then we'll press into those hands. Coming up to seated here, my friends. Incredible job. We've got 15 minutes worked on that core. This is a great workout that you can do at your home. You could even do it at work. You can do it in your backyard as I'm doing here. Thank you so much, my friends. Stay tuned for more workouts uploading this week. And thanks so much for kicking out with me. Bye.